republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mr. Russell?
Here.
Mrs. Vaughn? Here. Mrs. Johnson?
Here.
Mr. Paul?
Here.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Magna?
Here.
Mr. Gilberto?
Here. All members are here, and I'd like to remind everyone, if they have a cell phone, to please turn them off or place it in the vibrating position. Mrs. Hahn.
Yes. I move that we accept the minutes of May 10th and May 17th, 2016.
It's been really moved and second that we approve the minutes of May 10th, 2016, May 17th, 2016. Roll call.
Mr. Russell?
Aye.
Mrs. Hahn?
Aye.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Timmons?
Aye.
Mr. Villamagna?
Aye.
Mr. Gilberto?
So moved, minutes accepted. Petitions and communications, Madam Clerk. Mr. Paul.
Yes, Your Honor. Pardon me? Oh, I thought that was in the, okay, never mind. Okay, yes, sir, Your Honor. I move that the rules requiring ordinance for the resolution, or for ordinances and resolutions being council session 72 hours prior to council's meeting be suspended, and that resolution number 2016-52 be acted upon this evening for this body's passage or rejection. Second.
It's been really moved and second that the rules requiring ordinances and resolutions in council session 72 hours prior to council meeting be suspended, and resolution number 2016-52 be acted upon this evening. Roll call.
Mr. Russell?
Aye.
Mrs. Vaughn?
Aye.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Timmons?
Aye.
Mr. Villamagna?
Aye.
Mr. Gilberto?
Aye.
So moved, motion carried. We will now move on to ordinance number 2016-44 by the Public Utilities Committee, Mr. DeRetto, Mr. Dressel, Mr. Timmons, for its third and final reading.
Ordinance 2016-44, an ordinance adding section 921.06 of the codified ordinances of the city of Steubenville.
You heard the reading of ordinance number 2016-44. Is there anyone wishing to speak on it? Please come forward, state your name and address.
Question?
Roll call.
Mr. Dressel?
Aye.
Mrs. Hahn?
Aye.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Timmons?
Aye.
Mr. Villamagna?
Aye.
Mr. Gilberto?
Aye.
So moved. Ordinance number 2016-44 duly adopted. The effective date of this ordinance will be June 22. Ordinance number 2016-45 by the Public Utility Committee, Mr. Gioretto, Mr. Dressel, Mr. Timmons, for its second reading.
Ordinance number 2016-45, an ordinance amending sections 179.01 and 179.04 of the codified ordinances of the city of Steubenville.
You heard the second reading of ordinance number 2016-45. The third and final reading is scheduled for June 7th. If adopted, effective date to be July 8th. Ordinance number 2016-46 by council as a whole for its second reading.
Ordinance number 2016-46, an ordinance creating chapter 185 of the codified ordinances of the city of Steubenville.
You heard the second reading of ordinance number 2016-46. The third reading will be scheduled for June 7th, if adopted, effective date in July. Ordinance number 2016-48 by the Planning Committee, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Dressel, Mrs. Hahn, for its second reading.
Ordinance number 2016-48, an ordinance amending chapter 1175 of the zoning code creating the Rosemont Neighborhood Conservation District.
You heard the second reading of ordinance number 2016-48. The third and final reading will be held on July 19th. However, there will be a public hearing at the Steubenville Planning and Zoning Commission, which is scheduled for July 11th, 7 p.m. Ordinance number 2016-49 by the Finance Committee, Mr. Paul, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Dressel, for its first reading.
Ordinance number 2016-49, an ordinance adopting a tax budget for the fiscal year 2016 for the city of Steubenville, Ohio, providing for a public hearing thereon.
We
That's what I thought, that's what I'm looking for, you're over here. I'm looking for Dave. I guess Your Honor, I make a motion that we suspend the first and second reading and for this body's passage and rejection tonight.
Second.
It's been rarely moved in second, but the rule requiring that second, third reading be suspended, and we'll have the reading tonight. Roll call.
Mr. Dressel?
Aye.
Mrs. Hahn?
Aye.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Timmons?
Aye.
Mr. Bill Magna?
Aye.
Mr. Di Loretto?
Aye.
So moved. Motion carried. Ordinance number 2016-49.
Ordinance number 2016-49, an ordinance adopting a tax budget for the fiscal year 2016 for the city of Steubenville, Ohio, providing for a public hearing thereon.
You heard the reading of ordinance number 2016-49. Is there anyone wishing to speak on it? Please come forward, state their name and address. If not, members of council.
Question.
Roll call.
Mr. Dressel?
Aye.
Mrs. Hahn?
Aye.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Timmons?
Aye.
Mr. Bill Magna?
Aye.
Mr. Di Loretto?
Aye.
So moved. Ordinance number 2016-49 totally adopted. Ordinance number 2016-50 by the Building and Grounds Committee, Mr. Paul, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Dressel for its first reading.
Ordinance number 2016-50, an ordinance vacating certain rights-of-way and easements located on the Old City Green Strip located on University Boulevard.
You heard the first reading of ordinance number 2016-50. Second reading will be scheduled for June 7th, third and final reading on June 21st. Ordinance number 2016-51 by the Finance Committee, Mr. Paul, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Dressel, for its first reading.
Ordinance number 2016-51, an ordinance authorizing and directing the finance director to eliminate the Safety Fund 23 after the remaining funds are expended and redistribute the proceeds received from the Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation as directed by the Auditor of State.
You heard the first reading of ordinance number 2016-51. Second reading is scheduled for June 7th, third reading on June 21st. Resolution number 2016-52.
Resolution number 2016-52, a resolution of intent to appropriate a fee simple interest and a temporary easement to property owned by St. Stephen's Episcopal Church, a description of which is attached and marked as Exhibit A.
Mr. Paul.
Yes, sir. I'll say this again. I move that the rule requiring an ordinance or resolution.
This is going to be adopted by roll call.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm thinking.
Make a motion to adopt resolution number 2016-52 by roll call.
I make a motion we adopt resolution number 2016-52 by roll call.
Second.
It's been regularly moved and seconded that resolution number 2016-52 be adopted by roll call. Before roll is called, I would like to ask, is there anyone wishing to speak on resolution number 2016-52? Please come forward, state your name and address. If not, members of council.
Question.
Roll call.
Mr. Dressel?
Aye.
Mrs. Hahn?
Aye.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Timmons?
Aye.
Mr. Bill Magna?
Aye.
Mr. Di Loretto?
Aye.
So moved. Resolution number 2016-52 totally adopted. I will conclude the ordinances and resolutions before City Council this evening. We will now move into the report of committees, and we'll start off with Mr. Dressel.
Nothing this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Dressel. Mrs. Hahn?
Nothing this evening.
Thank you, Mrs. Hahn. Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion that we move into executive session immediately following public forum for the purpose of discussing litigation and the acquisition of real estate.
We regularly moved and seconded that we move into executive session following public forum for litigation. Roll call.
Mr. Dressel?
Aye.
Mrs. Hahn?
Aye.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Paul?
Aye.
Mr. Timmons?
Aye.
Mr. Bill Magna?
Aye.
Mr. Di Loretto?
Aye.
So moved, motion carried, following public forum, we will move into executive session. Anything further, Mr. Johnson?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Paul?
I have nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. Mr. Timmons?
Nothing this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Timmons. Mr. Bill Magna?
Yes. Under the Pride Committee, the signs are coming along good. Mother Nature held out for a couple days. We got the brick all finished laid up today. Mr. Saltzman, we're going to try to get the grout tomorrow. And they're coming along beautiful. But the most important thing of the whole thing is the help that has been received from people on their own time. And companies, and Mr. Saltzman, he sends guys down there that are working for him, and he has a lot of jobs to do. And it's just amazing of how this is all coming together with the people. I mean, and they're having fun down there. They're actually enjoying themselves doing this project. And when it's completely done, I'm going to make sure they're all recognized. But and I just wanted to. I'm amazed at the help. I mean, really, truthfully, I can't say enough, and I will have more to say about that later. The other thing was, I keep wanting to give us to Mr. Mavromatis, and I forget. So this is a Angie Peters. She's a consultant with the AEP, and this is a list of things on here that can save the city money. I happened to run into her over at the county, and she gave me this. And I'm going to give this to the city manager, and then you can maybe get a hold of her. She can explain some of this stuff here. Okay? There's a lot of cost-saving measures on there. She can explain it better than I can relate it. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Bill Magna. Mrs. Hahn, would you like to follow?
I just wanted to add one more comment. Some people have been calling or texting about donating plants, because once the pillars are done and the sign's in place, we're going to go and plant perennials that have come out of the gardens of anyone who wants to donate something. And so if you know that you are willing to donate something and you just haven't gotten it down to the fort yet, they're willing to hold the plants at the fort for us until we're ready to put them in the ground. There's a good possibility that things will be set enough for us to plant on Memorial Day. And if you're at all interested in being a part of the planting or donating, please see me afterwards. You can mention it to Bob, or we have email addresses here at the city that we'll get and we'll pass on. But the donations have been wonderful, and we really could use anything that you're willing to give. Thank you so much.
Mayor, she brought up something I wanted to say. Also, if anybody's feeling generous, everything's donated except the material for the signs, and I'm short a little bit of money. So if anybody, and I'm still going to people to give money, I've had a lot of donations for it, but if anybody's feeling extra generous and they want to, feel free to see me and give me the money. So I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Bill Magna. Thank you, Mrs. Owens. We'll continue on with the committee reports to Mr. Diarra.
I was going to say the same thing. We need money. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Diarra. That will conclude the reports from the members of council. We will now move into the administrative officers, and we'll start off with our city manager, Mr. Mavromatis.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to commend Bob Baird and his men on sanitation. We just completed our 6th pickup this last weekend. For the total 6 weekends was 273 tonnage that was picked up, that was put out on the streets. The landfill cost was $10,133.93. The JB Green Team was $547.78. So the total cost of the city to dispose of this 273 tonnage was $10,681. And the cost for 6 weekends, the overtime for the men and the equipment, was $19,968. Now this is a service that the city has given to the citizens freely. You don't pay for that. The city does this. And this is what the cost was to the city to do this. And out of the 6 weekends, I'd have to say 4 of the weekends, there were several violations there. And again, we do the best to notify the people through the papers, phone calls that come in. But again, unfortunately, I can't make the people read. It clearly states what we will pick up and what they won't pick up. And again, several places I went to, I had News 9 out there the first weekend, so they can film and show the citizens, this is not what we pick up. And just to give you an idea, there was a place on Prospect, they had 8 toilets there and 14 windows. This is construction material, clearly stated in the newspaper. But again, this is the work that our people do here for all of you, the citizens here. Number 2, because of several complaints from citizens that either live on Sunset Boulevard or drive on Sunset Boulevard, that this was a racetrack in our city. So we had 4 times that we monitored Sunset Boulevard in 2 separate locations. And when I say dark, the device we used was not lit up. When I mean lit up, when it's lit up, it will tell you what your speed is. And also to correct this, there's been numerous calls. The councilman, it's taking my picture. It doesn't take your picture. Right? It monitors the vehicle and how fast it's going. So to give you an indication, the first location we went to was 4100 block of Sunset. Not lit up. There was 45,274 cars that were tracked in a 1-week period. Out of that, 23,399, that's 51%, were in violation. The highest was 62 miles in the 35-mile-an-hour zone. The second week, it was registered and it will show you your speed when you go by. So it's posted. We had 47,000 cars and 64. 20,639, 44%. Well, that does tell you they do pay attention, you drivers, because they saw the speed was posted when they were driving. And the high in that again was 62 miles an hour and a 35. The next location was the 2400 block of Sunset. This location I picked out because I'm familiar with that area. You have the light at Hollywood Plaza in Sunset, and when that light changes, the race is on. 67,000 cars, 120, 37,885, for 56% were in violation of driving. The highest was 71 miles an hour in 35-mile-an-hour zone. So the second was, again, the 2400 block. It was posted, it would show you your speed. 70,516. 37,000 cars, 384. 54% were in violation of the speed limit. 68 miles an hour in the 35-mile-an-hour zone. So that, what this clearly indicates, 1, the citizens are correct. Number 2, we do have a problem. And number 3, it's going to be enforced. Not only will it be enforced by our police officers, it'll be enforced by the Highway Patrol working in our city. I've already met with the Highway Patrol several weeks ago. It's not just the speeding, there's other issues that they can assist us with in our city. We have crime issues here, we have speeding issues, and the Highway Patrol is more than welcome to be in our city. They can go anywhere in the state, they are state police officers. They have full authority to arrest people, issue citations, so you may see them on Sunset or other parts of our city. But this is all part of the issue of focusing on the crime that's in this city and the attention that we need to get to it. And I will tell you this, the complaints that have come in by the citizens to me, they have been accurate. And I do go out and physically look at things. So I thank all of you for the ones that have called. Your information is accurate and we will deal with it. Sometimes it may take several weeks, but the facts are here on the speeding issue. And the other thing that has come up, it's a little late right now to deal with it, but I will tell you right now, I can guarantee you this. Come August when school starts, these school zones are going to be watched. We had several complaints, and again, we're at the end of the school year. And again, there's very little leeway in a school zone. And that's all I have to report right now, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mavermatis. We'll continue on to our law director, Mr. Rapella.
I have no report, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Rapella. Once again, we'd like to thank the department heads for attending tonight's council meeting. With that, no one signing in under miscellaneous, we will move to public forum. Is there anyone wishing to speak to City Council on city business? Please come forward, state their name and address. Excuse me, Mr. Cimarelli, we have one piece of miscellaneous that the chair wasn't noticing. Mr. Dresser.
Sorry, it won't happen again. I wanted to thank Tom Way, and is Kevin Hardwick here?
I'm his mother, he
Mother,
does what
okay.
I tell him.
I wanted to thank, well, thank you for telling him. I wanted to thank him for spending a good portion of the day getting about half of the lot across from 524 Highland Cut. And I guess we have a couple others that may spend some time on it tomorrow. So you worked hard. I know you did. You took all kinds of pictures. I put them on Facebook, so they're out there. Thank you very much for doing that today. For the Youngs for their anniversary. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Dressel. Now, is there anyone wishing to speak to the city council on city business? Please come forward, state their name and address.
Joseph Summerall, 112 Starkdale Road. Being that Mr. Matanas has addressed the problem of the speeders, there's one other thing people have been talking about. It's the yield sign right there by Harding School. When I left here the last two meetings, I don't think they understand what yield means. They come flying right out of it. I don't know if it could be done. Used to be a stop sign, I think. I'm not sure. I know they want to keep traffic moving, but a lot of people talk about it.
This is coming off of Brady on Sunset.
Right there by Providence, and they come right out. They just put a finger on it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dresser. Is there anyone else wishing to speak to city council on city business? Please come forward, state their name and address.
My name is Kara Poole. I
Can you
live
please come forward?
at 351 Reserve. I know you were talking about.
Excuse me, your name again, please.
Liz Kara Poole. I know you were talking about like how you would fine people for trash and all that, but I'm thinking, why can't the city bring in maybe some dumpsters? Not, like real nice dumpsters to put in certain areas up the hill so that people can throw away larger items. You get what I'm saying? And why can't you do that?
Well, right now, we do have a location that you can bring bulk pickup, and those dumpsters are located at the Public Works building, and that's during normal working hours, and then the gate will
You
open.
have to pay a fine for that? So I don't think a lot of
No,
people in the board.
It's for our residents, you could bring your large items there.
I don't think a lot of people in the more rural areas or urban areas know about this outlet of throwing their trash away. And I just feel like another fine, it just seems like it's so easy to get in trouble here now. 10 years ago, I mean, this city was great. I remember thinking it was New York City when I was a kid when I would come downtown. And now, it's nothing anymore. There's nothing. So I'm just wondering, what are some things that you could do to help the city? Like also, when you're saying, was it $60,000 to advertise?
They would spend more than that on their budget that they have now.
It doesn't take that much money to advertise.
Oh.
It doesn't. There's so many different outlets. They all deal with.
Judy and Jerry, then they would use your
Mr.
help.
Dressel, let her finish.
Oh, sorry.
I know Miss Judy, I love her. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different outlets, there's so many different ways to make money. And I think from, just in my area, a lot of people think that downtown is pocketing the money, So that's why it was important for me to come down here today, to see, what's going on in my city. Because I don't want to see everybody's leaving or our businesses are gone. There's nowhere to work. And it seems like it's like the police are just picking with people. Pick. And I don't know, I just feel like we could do better.
And I live in the South End, and I have volunteers clean up my area. The next day, it's garbage again, oh, sorry. And not only that, I got barrels, and they steal the barrels. But these people here are going to start taking pride and do something on their own.
You're right.
The government can't take care of everything, and the government can't raise the kids. When the kids are out, that's the parent responsibility.
Exactly. That's the message that you should be getting across. A lot of people
No, I
just
get
grow
that.
up
I'm
kind
kidding.
of oblivious to it. You know what I mean? Like, we're not, I guarantee 90% of you live past the Brady Avenue point in that.
Well, I'll tell you this, I was born downtown, Yonkers born downtown?
Mr. Bill Mann.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want to say that, because I hear this all the time. The city's pocketing the money. There's no meat on that bone. No, I know. I hear that perception. There's no meat left on the chicken. We can't even make soup.
Yes, I know, I see that now.
If I wanted to steal money, I couldn't get it. But this council, this city manager, and mayor, law director, everybody, all these department heads, everybody here is dedicated to try to make it right. Now, the dumpster problem in the communities was, they were throwing batteries in there, paint. Now, these guys got to sort that all out. They only have a certain amount of people there. So that, because we talked about, we've tried to come up with every solution that you could think of to try to eliminate the garbage. So we come up with the bulk pickup. And then 2 weeks after we have the bulk pickup in the same neighborhood where the bulk pickup was, there's mattresses out, and there's couches out.
But I know some areas they can pick up. I do know some areas now that they were supposed to come out, supposed to come back and pick them up.
I just know that they're really trying to get back to these areas now. Did they miss a couple spots? I can't swear to that. But I just want you to be, you can be assured that everybody here is dedicated to trying to make this a better community to live in. It's filthy, and I know it's filthy. But I was born in the South End. John was born in the South End.
Projects, you mean?
Huh?
The South End projects or the South End area?
The South End of town, which when we were kids, that was the.
It wasn't a project.
Yeah, it was,
Other ones that-
It was South Fifth Street.
that was the worst. That was the worst part. One of the worst. But I don't want to say that either because we had good families and we took care of our property. We were poor, but we took care of everything. Now we use for an excuse that we can't. You don't cost anything to be clean. You know that. I can tell by your appearance that you're well kept and everything. It costs nothing to be clean. We can do that. But to depend on us just to throw the garbage out, and that puts a burden on Mr. Baird, his crews, and the whole city. And it makes everybody look bad. It makes you look bad, it makes me look bad, because we're part of this community. But I just want you to be assured, because when someone says that, because I hear that all the time, they say that they think that we're taking the money and we're pocketing, and we're trying to get the water bills so we can cover up for the bills that are delinquent, and it's just not true. And
I just think a lot of people here are below, who's it called? I can't think of the national.
poverty level.
Yeah, poverty level.
I agree.
We can't afford to do that. We,
I agree.
afford a lot of things. And to be fined for them or to be,
But again, it's not fair for you or anybody else out there, for me, to have to pay to pick this stuff up because you're poor and dirty. You can be poor and we'll help you, but if you're poor and dirty, I got no respect for you. If you're poor, I'll help you. I'll come pick up anything you need, but I don't like.
why can't sanitation, why can't you put different boxes out for batteries and stuff like that? And if you're paying him, why can't you?
It's a lot harder than that.
Okay, well, I'll learn.
Because we can only pick up batteries, paint, certain times. We can't pick up televisions, we can't pick up anything electronic. And that's where, this is not our rules, this is the dump's rules and places. So that's why it's different, it's more than just picking it up
Yes.
and disposing of it.
Am I not saying?
If you're concerned about involving the community, and we do appreciate everybody coming forward. We also have committee meetings. We have a safety committee meeting. Periodically, we do meet for the community appearance, community sanitation. We have a planning and zoning committee. Monday, I believe it's the second Monday of the planning and zoning committee. The first Monday of the month, the planning and zoning. You'll find out a lot of good information. If you visit our website, the City of Steubenville website, there's postings of the meeting dates on there, and of course,
We've stepped up those efforts, so.
let me just also tell you that April 5th, we mentioned about Memorial Day. Of course, we're going to have memorial services at both Union Cemetery and Mount Calvary Cemetery. And then right after that, we're starting the month of June where we're going to be having quite a few activities. We'll start off with Frontier Days right across the street at the reconstruction of the fort. A two-day, basically, history of the Northwest Territory, how Steubenville was founded and all, reenactments over